History remembers wars. But sometimes, one bullet, one poison, or one explosion can change the fate of entire nations. Behind closed doors, inside dark streets, and secret intelligence operations, some of the most powerful people on Earth were hunted down in ways so strange, they still sound unbelievable today. Because throughout history, political assassinations didn't just kill leaders, they changed the future of humanity itself. And some of these operations were so bizarre, they almost feel fictional. One leader was killed by an umbrella, another survived dozens of assassination attempts. One assassination triggered World War I, and another operation used poison so deadly it contaminated an entire city. These were not ordinary murders. These were political messages, warnings, power plays, and sometimes the beginning of global chaos. Political assassination is ancient. Empires were built on it. Kingdoms collapsed because of it. But during the 20th century, assassinations became something darker. Governments, spy agencies, secret police. Everyone developed new methods to eliminate enemies silently. Bullets were no longer enough. Now came toxins, disguises, explosives, biological agents, even everyday objects became weapons. And some methods were terrifyingly creative. London, 1978. A Bulgarian journalist named Georgi Markov was walking across Waterloo Bridge. Suddenly, a stranger bumped into him. Markov felt a sharp pain in his leg. The man apologized, picked up his umbrella, and disappeared into the crowd. At first, it seemed insignificant, but hours later, Markov became violently sick. Then his organs began shutting down. 3 days later, he was dead. Doctors discovered something horrifying. A microscopic metal pellet had been injected into his leg. Inside the pellet was ricin, one of the deadliest poisons on Earth. The umbrella itself had been modified into a hidden weapon. Historians believe the assassination was linked to Soviet intelligence services. The world was shocked. An umbrella had become an assassination device. But even stranger assassinations were still coming. Because one murder would soon ignite the deadliest conflict the world had ever seen. June 28, 1914. Sarajevo. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian Empire, rode through crowded streets inside an open car. Earlier that day, another assassin had already failed. A bomb exploded behind the convoy. The attack seemed over. But then history changed by accident. The driver made a wrong turn. And unbelievably, the car stopped directly in front of a young assassin named Gavrilo Princip. He couldn't believe it. His target was suddenly only a few feet away. So he fired 2 bullets. Within weeks, Europe exploded into war. Empires collapsed, millions died, and World War I began. Not because of a giant battle, but because a driver took the wrong street. Think about that for a moment. One wrong turn may have changed the entire 20th century. But assassinations became even more terrifying during the Cold War. Because now, science itself became a weapon. London, 2006. Former Russian spy Alexander Litvinenko suddenly became sick. At first, doctors thought it was normal poisoning, but his condition became horrifying. Hair falling out, organs collapsing, radiation spreading through his body. Then investigators discovered the truth. He had been poisoned with polonium-210, a radioactive substance so dangerous it left traces across hotels, restaurants, and airplanes. The assassination shocked intelligence agencies around the world, because this wasn't just murder anymore. This was nuclear assassination, a weapon invisible to the human eye. The terrifying reality is, political assassinations never truly disappeared. They simply evolved. Today, the battlefield is no longer limited to guns and bombs. Now there is cyber warfare, biological threats, drone strikes, AI surveillance. and intelligence agencies still operate in the shadows, silently, carefully. Sometimes history changes publicly, and sometimes it changes in secret. What makes these assassinations terrifying is not just the deaths themselves, it's the consequences. One umbrella caused international fear, one pistol shot triggered world war, one radioactive poison sent a message to every defector on Earth. These operations were designed not only to kill, but to create fear, to send signals, to reshape politics through terror. And in many cases, they succeeded. History often remembers presidents, generals, and wars, but hidden beneath those events are strange operations that quietly altered the course of humanity.
History often remembers presidents, generals, and wars, but hidden beneath those events are strange operations that quietly altered the course of humanity. Because sometimes the future of nations doesn't change on battlefields. Sometimes it changes in a hotel room, on a bridge, or at the end of an umbrella. Final line. And that is why some of history's strangest assassinations still haunt the modern world. Now imagine this. Which assassination do you think changed history the most? And do you believe secret political assassinations still happen today? Comment below.